Good morning. It is January 5th, 10:35 a.m. It is 19 degrees outside and I'm warming my car up. I wanted to talk a little bit this morning about manifestation. There's a habit that I have that other people may have when manifesting, where you've gotten really good at knowing what it is you don't want. This happened to me because I had a really critical parent, critically minded, not maybe critical against me, but just critically minded. So very able to look at a situation and point out all the problems, and very analytical mind. How can we fix it? A fixer, basically. Fixer parent. And as a child, when you're parroting this person, you become really critical. So you get really good at noticing and pointing out what isn't working. This is not great for manifestation. Manifestation is all about noticing what you do want. That's a huge part of it, is you need to focus on what it is that you do want, and you need to keep that at the forefront of your mind while you're trying to manifest. I have been struggling with wanting, which is another thing that seems a little, well, how do I know what I want if I'm not wanting it? You figure out what you want, right? You figure out what you want. And then in your mind, you think, I already have it. I already have it. You want that blue dress? Imagine it on your body. Think about what it looks like. Think about how happy you'll be. Think about the compliments that you'll get when you're wearing it. And manifest that blue dress in your mind as already being with you. I know there's a lot of people on YouTube that talk about this concept, but I do think it's worth mentioning and keeping it at the forefront of our mind, that we need to keep noticing and keep thinking about what it is we actually do want, and keep focusing on having it. I'm currently trying to manifest an apartment, and I noticed not long ago, in the span of maybe a week or two, that I had seen an apartment that I really wanted, but it was already gone. Like, it was immediately gone. It was an extra large studio apartment, but it had peach walls. They were horrifically peach. And when I was envisioning the kind of apartment that I wanted, I kept seeing that apartment in my mind. Ironically, the next apartment that I saw that I really wanted had peach walls. Like, it wasn't the same apartment, but it had the same wall, like the same colored walls. So now I'm thinking, I don't necessarily like the peach walls. So I need to stop envisioning these apartments that I've already seen that have these bright peach walls, because I'm just going to keep bringing in these peach colored apartments. Those are the ones that I'm going to see that I'm going to want, because those are the ones that I see in my mind's eye when I think about the apartment that I want. So now I'm like, okay, what color walls do I want, apparently? And I know when you're manifesting, it's really tempting to think, and this happens to me as a critically minded person, that I'll be sitting there thinking, well, there's got to be a catch. Like, it could be the perfect place, but what's the catch? Like, what's going to be wrong? What's not going to work? What's going to blah, 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 blah. And I'm not even necessarily consciously thinking of these things, which is sort of frustrating, because I'm so good at it now. I've been doing it for so long, my whole life, well into my 30s, that now it happens automatically. It's going on in the background. I can feel it more than I can hear it. Like, consciously, you hear your train of thought. Some people don't. I hear my train of thought as words. In my mind, I'm thinking blah, blah, blah. It's like talking to myself in my mind. But I can feel in my mind like invisible hands rifling through invisible filing cabinets that are pulling out these files like, well, what if it's this, or what if it's that, or like, these are the things that could happen. We got to keep these these negative broadcasts in somewhere back here going on, so we can try to fix the problem before it happens, try to guess what it's going to be, try to blah blah blah. Because honestly, I'm probably not comfortable with, I don't even have to say probably, some part of me is uncomfortable with not knowing. I can't just be comfortable with the void of the unknown, which is unfortunate because that's where all the potential is. All of the potential for everything we want is in this space between knowing and having. We don't have to know. We can let it go. If knowing is at the forefront of your mind and having is in the back of your body, there's this big range of space, this chasm of whodunit, what is it, that you just have to be comfortable not having your hands on it. And that is the space that spirit, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, that's the space where that thing that we're all experiencing, all a part of, is gonna start working its magic and slotting things in that you have gone, you know what, I want it, but I have it somewhere in there, and I'm comfortable not knowing how it's gonna come to me. And even saying I'm comfortable with the highest good for me, and I'm comfortable with not knowing how the heck that thing is gonna happen. And you just have to release control. You have to have faith. I know that sounds stereotypical. It sounds old and new at the same time, but it's important to have faith in the universe. It's important to have faith and know that this thing is looking out for you, wants the best for you, loves you unconditionally, and that if you are just putting your compass of your awareness, your intention, that little compass inside of you, and your true north is your highest good, and you're always going that way, you just decide, my highest good is my true north, the universe will bring the wind. It's gonna put the wind in your sails and gonna push you towards that thing, as long as you are orienting yourself with your frequency, with your vibration, with your intentions. The universe is the wind will come, you just have to have faith. So that's my little spiel. I'm still working on it. I catch myself every day saying things like, well, I don't want that. That's not what I want. It's like, okay, well, stop talking about it then. If you don't want it, don't focus on it. If you don't want it, well, why are you thinking about it? I think it's a protection mechanism. I know for me, it's the way that I have coped with not feeling in control. It's the way that I've coped with not feeling safe. But it's outdated programming. It's something that I need to let go of, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there, same thing, if you grow up not feeling safe, you're going to have a bunch of coping mechanisms inside of you that don't work for you anymore. And those are the things that you're going to have to look at. You can know about manifestation all you want. You can know about how it works, and you can intellectualize that. But until you apply that to what you have going on, truthfully, what you have going on inside of you, you will struggle with manifestation, because knowing isn't going to help you do it. You have to do it. And a lot of times, knowing what you are doing is the only way that you can figure out how to do something differently. So this is your sign. Take some time to not just know how to manifest, but also to look at what you do, what you're actually doing, and try to figure out a better way and practice doing things differently. Just practice. It's like riding a bike. You're going to fall down a few times. It's going to be frustrating, but it's worth it to try. It's worth it to just do a little bit every day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, meditate on it, think about it, write it down, journal it, And the more time you have eyes on the problem and the more you come up with intellectual at first adapted solutions, eventually the more you do them, they will become habit. I have done this with a lot of things in my life. I attest to this method. So get out there and practice changing yourself, and good luck with your manifestations.